they're part of the master.
A lot of people say Kanye is crazy.
Yeah.
Right? But he's a genius.
Yeah.
And what he was saying even to the paparazzi about taking his picture. Do you know what I'm saying? And the NFTs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the start of it.
Yeah. You know, me and De Niro, my partner, we came up with a solution for paparazzi. We did a whole episode on the paparazzi.
Oh, wow.
And the reason we did it is because, you know, think of Princess Diana. She died from paparazzi.
Oh,
basically chasing her.
Yeah.
And they have no recourse. There's nothing to it. And they're using your likeness to make money. And you don't have no say on how it gets used.
And if it's taken in public,
it doesn't matter.
You don't own it.
To me, it's completely wrong, and they should change rules.
But it's the
and
same
laws.
thing with the AI thing.
No, but they should
look
change
at how
laws.
many years. Right. But look at how long it's even taken that.
So what
you
we
could have
did,
someone like Princess Di die in a tunnel, and the UK is still going to not pass a law.
So me and De Niro came up with a solution, which is the paparazzi police, which is a group of guys that you would hire that would just fuck
security
these
guys.
Not security. Let's call them rogues.
Thugs.
That would just whip these cameramen's ass, bust their cameras up. You pay the little fucking camera bill or whatever it may be, and then keep it moving. Because when they see those guys, if they see those guys, I guarantee they won't be so fast.
But you were talking about something earlier that was really important: artist security.
Yeah.
If you have good security, you don't have a paparazzi problem.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's all how you move.
But look, they're not necessarily. They're in boats.
I get it.
Them zoom lenses catching you at your house,
but
while you're walking through the curtains.
Yeah, but they gotta find out. They gotta find out where you at somehow.
Shit, in Hollywood, they got a fucking map with all the fucking stars' addresses.
No, I get it. I get it.
It's fucking nuts.
But you don't see, Prince William on the beach hanging out all funky.
He's not hot.
No, you know what I mean. Like there's.
I understand.
If you have
they're at those islands like Epstein's.
Leaks.
They're at Epstein's islands.
That's a whole nother.
There's no cameras allowed over there, I'm sure.
Yeah. But they didn't. But hey, that security worked because you didn't catch Bill Clinton hanging out there with some 14-year-old. You know what I mean?
Man,
that's screwed up as all that crap is.
But again, there's security absolutely helps, and so with these thugs that I'm talking about, they will help you. Contact DM me or De Niro, and we will help you get your little team put together.
But like you said, Irv ain't never had a problem. Jai ain't never had a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But that was because they had a mastermind like you
that
knew how to move people.
Yeah.
In a safe way.
I just told her I was in Poland, and a guy named Andy Entrada, a dear friend, he's the one who brought me out there to deal with the Jews and the Holocaust and kind of help bridge the relationship between hip-hop and anti-Semitism. Really to help them understand each other. And I represent hip-hop wherever I go, and I'm never going to let someone talk bad about it. But we was talking, and I was letting them know, I said, I'm a wartime consigliere.
Yeah.
And I was telling them the other guy when there's trouble, I said, because we were seeing there was so many like very high people there, so much security. And I was pointing out the guys that are not good security guys.
That's a perfect way to describe you.
Yeah.
And I'm a wartime programmer.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like
of course,
as far as radio
goes. I know exactly what that means, and it's so political. It's crazy.
But the difference, I think, or what we have in common is we're allergic to bullshit.
Oh, yeah. No.
So I just can't sit in those meetings and give lip service to people.
I think we should put together a team for this whole case, because I'm telling you, this is how big it is. And I think if we put together the right people,
Chris,
involved.
You ain't never had to say anything you need.
No, your
from
knowledge on it is very important, and wisdom, and we need people like you representing it, because I feel if they don't take it seriously right now, we're gonna lose it.
Oh yeah.
And the reason we're gonna lose it is
everything is momentum.
Do you think? Listen to me, Michael Jackson, the biggest artist ever. How come they didn't do Michael Jackson?
John Branker.
Yeah. John Branker used to fall asleep in our meetings. Fuck John Branker.
No, but him and John McClane
John Branker,
have done very, very well
at
catching it before it goes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
as soon as that's and
It's
you have
blocked.
to remember, John McClane is still very connected to the streets.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he hears
No,
an ant.
my point is not that. It's more of it's hip hop. They don't.
But that's
they
not-
never gave a fuck about hip hop. So I don't believe they care now.
They still
So when
don't. They
Drake
just
screams,
extort it.
Drake, the biggest rapper in the game right now,
Yeah.
is telling you, "Lo, something wrong," and nothing's happening.
I agree completely.
20 more songs, 50 more songs, 100 more songs. They're like, fuck you.
But you know what would be interesting is if Drake would have to do something like, you remember back in the day,
somebody?
Elvis, well, that too. Do you remember Elvis just showed up at the White House
Yes.
and said, "I have a problem. I want to talk to y'all."
He could do that. Drake
He could
do that.
literally walk up to the gate with the cameras
Yes.
and say, "Look,
Sleepy Joe might listen.
you know what I mean? Like,
He said he's gonna go for re-election. Sleepy Joe, please retire.
well, I mean, guy can't have a conversation. Did you
can't
see
stay
what he said?
focused.
Did you see what he said to the Pope?
Yeah.
I'm like, he goes, "You knocked out a home run. You're a good young black man."
Yeah, he was babbling. Like, what the hell, man?
To the Pope.
Get better medication. This is the president of the
Yeah.
free world here, man. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the representation we have. It's sad.
But the problem also is we have these out-of-date old white men that are, whether it's the industry or
There
whether
should be an
it's
age limit. See, they got to change these rules, and they want to stand on these rules that should not be stood on.
like,
There
dude,
should be an age limit, man, to the fucking president of the United
Yes.
States. His mindset
But that's how
cannot
we
be
got
my
away with
mindset.
what-
It cannot be my kid's mindset. It's just a totally different way we look at things, and this is the majority of the people, and you're supposed to represent the people.
well, and that's how we got away with what we got away with in making hip-hop the biggest format in the world
Well,
back in the 90s.
yeah.
Is there was a bunch of us 20-something
The
year-olds.
ignorance of us. How dare we? How dare we?
But see, they didn't pay
the
attention
audacity
to us.
of us.
You know what I mean? They didn't pay
We're the
attention
Pied
to
Piper.
the numbers.
I
happened.
love hip hop stories because we're the fucking Pied Piper.
Yes.
We came in and we took the kids. And what that did is now we grow old and young at the same damn
And how
time.
many jobs did that create for those young people?
Unbelievable. That's why no one could ever talk to me about hip hop. And when they talk about violence, I want to do a class action lawsuit against all the record labels because they promoted the violence. How come I went to a skating party in Charlotte, North Carolina, for young kids. It was done by the morning show. What is it called? The Madhouse with No Limit Larry, Burpee, and Miss Jessica. Biggest show out there. And I go to the party, and what was the biggest problem was the kids is all there skating. There's no fucking music for the kids.
Yeah.
Because today, if it's not about your ass and sucking and fucking, no one's listening to it, but there's no one pushing it. So
Dude,
I blame the labels because in order to make that, they have to push something. They have to get behind it, and no one will. And if you leave it to independents, like I did with Adventure Music, all these independence artists is chasing the dollar. They're gonna imitate what's winning, not something like they don't even care how to make that record work because they don't have nowhere to play it.
Well, and that's why I came to LA. I was was it day before yesterday? I was at Sylmar Juvenile Hall teaching kids how to rap and getting Pro Tools and this kind of stuff
Get
set
AI.
up. But,
Get Chat
But,
GPT.
no, and they all know it, whatever. But the option is get in the streets and do some dirt or whatever. Or learn something different. And that's what I was saying about hip-hop.
An alternative.
The alternative was hip-hop for us.
The problem that I see, the alternative is always there. So when I'm out on these tours with Adventures and all these artists come and perform and whatever, there's alternative. How? What? I say everything's in the box. Your cell phone, that's the box today. Everything is there you want. The trick is to find where your audience is.
Right.
Inside of that box. And that's the challenge because no one is doing that genre of music. No one's playing it. So how do you get it exposed? Where do you get the exposure? That to me is where we are.
The platform.
The platform. Where's the platform that's supporting it that has a base?
I agree.
I feel every genre has a fucking following. Why is jazz music gone? Why?
And rest in peace, Harry Belafonte.
You understand? This is the problem. Rest in peace to Harry Belafonte. But this is what I'm saying. It's like they're killing genres.
Yeah.
And when you walk into a label today, it's not about music. It's like a stock market.
Yeah.
It's like Wall Street. They're looking at who's rising up and who's charting, what stock is hot, and then they go grab
How many followers?
They go follow. That's it. It's a numbers game because they have proof in numbers. And again, and that's the problem. And then like I tell everyone, when you flip it and say business, if we were sitting in the seat, if you're not caring about all these different genres, you're going to chase the dollar.
But what's different about that? They used to chase radio. They used to chase, this, that, and the other. If somebody was getting local mixtape support.
No, I get it.
You know what I mean?
It's the dollar. Which one was the biggest? That's why hip-hop surpassed everything, because it was the easiest to make and the most amount of people doing it, and we could exploit it. So that's what they did. They exploited. This is the challenge. This is the challenge for today. Again, I'm going to say adventure music because that's my fight. That's my plight. I'm trying to empower these artists, just like you said you was doing, to teach them how to actually make records in any genre of music. It doesn't matter. It's not just hip-hop. I'll take anything, and it doesn't matter. We just got to find where to find the audience for
the niche.
Where is it at?
Yeah.
And again, don't be mad if you only could get to 500,000 where they could get to 5 million, because your audience is smaller. When you create that niche, you got to understand you're dealing with less people. It's just math. It's numbers. You have to build it now. But once you get it, you have to figure out how to cross them over. And I believe everyone is willing to cross over to different genres of music, different sounds. We don't just want one thing. That was the biggest thing we fucking had wrong as kids. You had to be the best or the only one. Fuck out of here. You could have 50 Cent. You could have Ja Rule. It was the wrong. It's dead wrong. And I feel like the culture has realized that now more than ever, because Ja is still touring crazy when he,
dude,
it's crazy, and it's a blessing. Like 20 years later, no new music. How's he doing this shit? And it's
selling out
arenas again. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? He's Benjamin Button.
Dude, what's crazy is even in Santa Barbara, a small market like that, we have the Arlington Theater. It has 7,500 people. I mean, that's it's the biggest venue, whatever. Sold out in 10 minutes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, he's amazing, and I love Ja, and I love to see him win.
And and I gotta shout Ja again. My artist, Lil Bams.
Yeah,
the promoter said no openers, no this, no that. Ja was like, nah,
he's coming.
He's getting 10 minutes before.
That's it. That's it, man.
But I mean, that's love. You know what I'm saying? But
here we are with these challenges. I'm just trying to figure out.
Well, I'm with you 100%, because that AI stuff is definitely going to be.
I think it's the perfect time to go and get on that class action lawsuit too.
Well, the only part the biggest hurdle that we're going to have is proving like this. Because when they play it back to back with, because that's where it's going to end up in court in front of a jury, is they're going to play the AI Kanye. They're going to play, and then they're going to play
similar,
Kanye.
But it's different.
And then they're going to go, okay.
It's similar, but it's different.
But how is it marketed? What is the name? Do you know what I mean?
When they go into,
if they say,
hold on, when you do this with AI, you tell them who you're jacking. So they don't just go to AI and say, make a record. No, they make it, they pick in the voice. No, they're telling you, we want a Drake sounding record. We want a Jay-Z sound. So that is why it again, that's behind the evidence. That's the proof.
But that's behind the scenes.
I know, but it's just like you go and make a record in the studio. That track is all laid out. That's how they know if it was a sample or not. There's your sample. That's the version of the sample to me. It's going to be like when they typed in.
Yeah, but prompts are. It's going to be a battle. I'm just telling you.
Right is right. Hopefully it wins.
And especially with these jailbreaks.
Like I said, the worst case scenario should be cut a check. If they do allow it, a portion of that goes to your original voice.
100%.
And then I think they won't be as mad when they see their money flying in and they're eating off everything.
Yeah, but hold on. But a lot of those artists are
what happens when Drake goes and performs an AI record? Now he's making money from performing that hit record that AI made.
No, 100%.
See, and
But-
that's the flip side of the coin. And then does the person who created that record get any of that money? No, he wouldn't get a fucking dollar because he can't.
Agreed.
He can't physically perform it. Only Drake can.
But if they flood the market with a bunch of Drake records, it's gonna dilute his brand.
Yeah, but he could go and do tours.
Dude,
He's gonna be able to go and do
Dave
AI
and I were
tours.
just talking about this. That song with Weeknd and Drake. They need to either go in and recut that son bitch, or they need to release that son bitch.
Yeah, you understand.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I would do. That's what I would do. When
Whoever
I hear a hot
created or
record,
wrote it, give him a little bit of that
whoever
publishing.
produced it, give him a small piece or pay for it and buy it.
Yeah,
And be like,
I
nah.
agree completely.
Add some new ad libs on there,
Yeah.
and now it's all you.
Done dizzle. I'm saying.
Oh man. So, man, this is crazy. I'm serious because this is a big problem coming.
100%. And I'm with you. Look, you want to get it cracking? I'm with you 100%.
I want the lawsuit against the labels. I got a beef with labels, man. So that's
You
where
and
I
me
stand.
both.
I got a beef with labels. I just think the unfair treatment. It's time to stop the bullshit already. And
Well, look at the recoupment.
yeah,
The faulty bank loan. You got to recoup at 3%.
fuck. And then when
They
you,
make $100 million off
you
an
didn't
artist,
recoup, and you didn't recoup.
and you didn't recoup.
They don't get it. You know, we say what we said is it's like having you go to a bank, you get a loan for a house,
Yeah.
you pay for the house,
Right.
but it's not your house.
Exactly.
It's their house after you pay.
Well, I mean,
you can't sell your house. They own that house and you pay for it. It's just not a fair deal, you know.
ever. It's designed to keep you in debt.
What's next for Damizza?
I'm looking at buying a radio station.
Internet?
I
I have.
I
28,
don't want to say.
I have 28 internet radio stations. Shout out Rich
No,
Black.
yeah,
You know
what
he
I wanna
runs them
do-
all. He's an incredible PD.
I shouldn't say this because the idea.
Yeah, you don't.
I want to
put out-
reverse the iHeart model.
When you
I
say
want to
reverse-
broadcast internet radio over transmitters. So
Okay.
your platform, say, power106.com.
Yes.
But there's something I'm working on. 86% of America still listens to radio.
86.
86%. The reason why,
What's the group? Because it's not the young cool kids.
it's everybody. Believe it or not, I know it's hard to believe, but a lot of people can't afford streaming. They can't afford minutes on their phone.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
They got no money.
No, but they can afford to sit in their car and listen to the radio.
See, I went internet radio because we have an international.
I agree.
Internationally is open. So I was doing a radio show before COVID, and it was called El Punto de Spot. I'm targeting Latin and English, of course, black and brown, and that's what I was targeting. And then we was getting over 300,000 uniques listening from 11 at night to 1 in the morning. And the difference between radio is we knew exactly where and who was listening.
Right.
We get their IP addresses. We know their target, their location. So my mind was like, that's once COVID came, the building got shut down. I didn't do it, and that's when I started the podcast, which again is a different platform, but it's still in that mind of I could reach so many more people.
Well, and keep this in mind. Radio transmitters can fit in a closet these days.
I know.
So you could cut all the overhead
I need to connect you with Rich.
and I'm down. But if you were to take, say for instance, power106.com and you cut all the other stuff, the building, all of that, and broadcast it like this, and you just take the audio and run it through the transmitter.
Right. Done.
That's it.
Okay, we got that.
And then collect the revenue.
We got it.
Well, let's go.
I got it. We do it already. You know, our biggest station is called Highly Unique Radio.
I talked to Irv about this. Power 106 is for sale. They're the like I said, they just sold 10% of it for $1 million.
So okay.
I was like, Irv, just go buy Power. Kiss FM is generating $100 million a year in revenue.
So why are they so low value?
But
they got no one listening?
But with what? There's no value because no one's listening.
On Power 106, I'm saying.
No one's advertising.
No ads.
And with the promotions and all of that kind of stuff, you know how I do.
Sure.
My non-spot revenue, and this is not for commercials, was those promotions, Powerhouse every year, all of those kind of things.
Yeah.
I was doing $30 million a year in non-spot revenue, player.
Wow.
And didn't even have to play a commercial.
Wow.
So imagine if I got my hands on an LA signal. The problem is I just can't find one yet. And I was joking with Irv, and I'm talking to Irv. I'm like, dog, if it's for sale for $10 million,
hey, Rich,
or just go rent it.
Rich, you listen, I'm linking you with Damizza, man. You guys got to link up. But,
well, or you could just LMA it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas basically you just lease it.
Right.
You say, look, this is what you're billing. You're billing $5 million a year. I'll guarantee you $5 million a year for the next 5 years.
Right.
And we'll 30 times it, 40 times it. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's not, and not just that, but Morello, who owns the company, also owns the casino, the Sahara out here. They're not doing no synergy with it.
Right. They're not linking it together. Standalones.
Because there's no visionaries like that anymore, Chris.
No, you have a different knowledge in that space.
Oh yeah.
Period.
And I have a way to evolve it in a way.
Old, you started at 12. You better have a different knowledge in that space, or else you wasted your time. Well, so it's naturally,
and that's not the only idea.
I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not.
Just like we revolutionized radio in 1997 when they said radio was over because of streaming and all this other stuff, and we beat NSYNC and pop and all of that crap.
Right.
I got an idea, homie.
Man, I like this idea.
But I mean,
I'm gonna talk off air with you and more about it because I don't want to give it all away.
I gotta catch a plane. I gotta get out of here.
No, I already know, man. I already know.
But I had to stop, and I got nothing but love for you.
Yes, and I appreciate that. And I'm gonna if there's anything you want to talk about other than what we spoke about, if we're good.
I mean, you covered. I wanted to talk about the AI stuff.
Yeah, we did,
and we covered that.
We're gonna get into that off air too.
I mean, I'm just so proud of you, and I'm proud of everything that your family has done.
Man, I'm pushing.
I mean, and when I saw, it almost brought a tear to my eye when I saw the whole family going on vacation together on that BBJ and seeing, and just seeing where it's at.
Irv did that for our father who's not here with us. So we made him a promise he's going to do certain things, and to his word, he's been doing it.
But it's good to see good people and a good family.
Yeah.
That still stay good family and do things as a family.
Our family's amazing. So,
and even when he was signing the deal, the thing I love about her is when he was signing the deal, it wasn't about the money. He wasn't talking about the money. He wasn't talking about anything. He said, do you know what this is going to do for my family's life?
Yeah.
This is going to change my family's life.
Yeah. No,
he
did it. Baby boy did it.
Yeah.
It ain't over, though.
Oh, no.
It ain't
over. He's always been a creative rap bastard, but I love him.
Yeah. Facts.
So leave it at that.
All right. So
is there anything else you want to cover, my brother?
No, we good. I mean, I got a lot. I'm gonna chop this up and screw it just like DJ Screw, man. We gonna have some great shit here.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. I want to.
If there's anything I can help with, ventures and
absolutely
what you're doing, and
you open my mind up. See, this is why dialogue's so important, because we don't know each other. This is what we're all doing and where our minds are, and then the synergy is there. Well, it's like we didn't miss a beat. You come right in and boom, it's right back. I got it.
Whatever you ever need, you need an extra brain.
The first thing I'm doing is you and Rich have to get together, because Rich runs all the internet stations for us. But you could actually probably turn it into a gold mine. Just from what you was just talking, I know it.
Well, and not just that, but just...
How about this? We get over 3 million uniques on High Unique Radio.
Well, but even sitting with your jocks or, you know what I mean, just doing radio stuff.
I'd be happy
we're
missing the monetization of it to the highest level. We make money not where we should be.
Well,
and that's your forte.
that's my forte.
With that said, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, giving them the business. Another great show with my man, you know what I'm saying, Damizza. And don't
Thanks for
forget to
having me.
like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? My partner, Don De Niro's not here, but he's here with me as always. Man,
Thank you for having me, my brother.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Anytime.